Modified feature, the caution lights are down. We're set to go. Scott Danzies in 5X and Dave Moss in 2M set to take the green. Sit back, relax, buckle up, because here comes the modifieds. It's time for the Big O Show! Green flag is out, the battle for the lead. Who is the leader at the end of one? We will see. It is Dave Moss in 2. Moss leading the first lap. Now the 3 wide down the back straightaway. The 5X of Scott Danzies and then 5X trying to make his way past Moss for the race lead. 2C of Dave Kane down on the hub in 2C. And a 111 junior of Keith Terrell in 4th. Up on the cushion, here comes the battle for the lead as Kane tries to go by 5X of Danzies, and Danzies says no way. The caution comes out on the track. Two complete. Scott Danzies in row number 1, the 5X car. The 2 cars right behind in row 2. That's Dave Moss and Dave Kane. On the restart, Scott Danzies out of Herman, Minnesota, piloting the 5X to the race lead ahead of Dave Kane in 2C. Behind Kane, the 2 of Dave Moss and Jason Voigt in 31-14. Clayton Wagaman now trying to move up a spot right on the rear bumper of Voigt in the 31 car as they go into turn number 3. Way up on the cushion, Tourville kissing the wall in turn number 3. Brings it back down as Keith Tourville, 111 junior. Tourville up against the wall in turn number 1. Once again, way up on the high side of the cushion as he navigates around Ogilvy Raceway. The race leader, Scott Danzies in 5X with Dave Kane in tow in 2C. The 2 of Moss in 3rd, Voigt 31 in 4th. And here comes Rick Cobes on with Dixon in 10th as they battle out of the hub in turn 2. Tourville slowing down in 111 junior up against the wall one too many times. The driver out of Darien, Wisconsin. Caution on the track. Keith Tourville pulling into the Danzies leading the pack out of 4 is set to go on the restart. The green flies. Scott Danzies on the restart, stretching out the lead. Dave Kane reeling him in 2C. 63 of Cobes now working the hub in 63 past Dave Moss for that 3rd spot, putting Dave Moss in the 2M car back to 4th. 20P of Patchen broke on the high side of turn 3, way off the pace. He'll pull it into the infield. 20P of Jeff Patchen. Battle shaping up for the lead as they charge out of turn 4. 2C of Dave Kane, your new leader as he goes by the 5 of Danzies. Danzies not ready to give it up as he tries to charge back for the race lead in 5X. 63 of Cobes is 3rd, then Moss in the 2 car in 4th. Battle back and forth for the lead. Danzies about to go past Kane. Kane shuts the door once again, says no way, this is my lead as he heads down the back straightaway. a car length. 5X of Scott Danziesen charging for that race lead as they head down the Napa Auto Parts back straightaway. 63 of Copes is next, and it's Dave Moss into Ditson in the 10X car. Charging up 11X of Jody Belfi up on the cushion. JB starts in 22. JB. V2 of Jensen overtakes Storks in 22. JB. Then the 31 of Voigt is next. Wagaman in 14W and Zeller 41. Dave Kane is your leader in 2C, running up on the higher side of the track. Scott Danziesen in 5, trying to take over that lead. 31T of Fulmer pulling into the infield. Trent Fulmer out of the race in the Northern Beer 31T. As the battle maintains itself for that race lead. They're side by side in turns 1 and 2. Kane drifting up a little bit high out of turn 2 in the 2C car. 5X of Danziesen battling it out as they head into turn 4. Putting on a show up in the front of the big old show tonight. Night number 1 of the Harvest Cup. It's not over yet as the battle takes place in turn 4. They are door to door. There goes Danziesen into a brief lead down the back straightaway. Kane now pulls up side by side. Danziesen overtaking Kane for the race lead in 5X. Dave Kane now dropping back to second in the 2C car as they're going to be encountering the back of the pack traffic here in the next few laps as the competition flag is being given to the back of the pack guys, letting them know the leaders are coming up behind. That is Danziesen in 5X in the 2C of Kane. 63 of Cobes is third. 11X of Jody Belfi in fourth as your race leaders. Danziesen takes the flying green. There is 2 to go. 2C rocketing out the high side of turn 2, door to door as they head into turn 3. Once again, white flag set to fly, this time by for your race leader. Who is it going to be? 5X of Danziesen ahead by half a car length as they got one more time to go around the track. Kane running into the back end of Sina, the 7-star car. $18 complete. Green-white checker will finish this race up tonight. Unbelievable battle out at the front between Scott Danziesen, your race leader, 5X, Dave Kane in the 2C, who headed to the pits off the backside after the caution came out last time. 63 of Rick Cobes will be in second on the restart. 11X of Jody Belfi. Then it's Joey Jensen in V2, who's moved up a bunch since the way this started at the beginning. 18 down, the green flies. Here we go. White flag set to fly this time by Scott Danziesen, your race leader in 5X with 1 to go. Scott Danziesen heading his way to the $1,500 payday as the checkered flag flies for the driver out of Herman, Minnesota. Cobes finishes second in 63. Third goes to Belfi in number 11. And rounding out the top 4 is Joey Jensen in V2. Scott Danziesen from Herman taking the checkers tonight. $1,500 the payday. Want to remind you, night number 2 tomorrow night. Get a hold of your friends that couldn't make it tonight. It's going to be a big show. 6 classes in action once again tomorrow night, night number 2 of the Harvest Cup. First green flag will drop at 6:30. Scott Danziesen from Herman, Minnesota in the Country Cat. Mike Sill Trailer Service Miller Lite number 5X will be pulling into the victory lane. There he is, race fans. Let's hear it for your winner out of Herman, Minnesota in the 5X car. Scott Danziesen, your winner. On behalf of the whole crew here at the Big O, this is RJ at the Speedway. Good night.